Bazinga! Bazinga!
Number 10. Sheldon faces a string theory crisis. Sheldon's first love may always be physics, but like all relationships, it has its ups and downs. After a heart-to-heart with Penny, he decides it's time to break up with string theory.
You and string theory sound like a relationship, and I know what it's like to be in one and realize it's never going to turn out the way you want.
I said Leonard, you said no.
Now, if you've ever gone through a breakup, you'll recognize all the stages. Maybe you too rebounded with your version of the Kardashians of science.
Wait, what's wrong with geology?
Let me put this in a way you'll understand, Penny. You remember how you explained to me that the Kardashians aren't real celebrities? Well, geology is the Kardashians of science.
Or perhaps, like Sheldon, you've sought comfort at the bottom of a wine glass, only to wake up the next day with blurry memories and basically no memories of those regrettable phone calls. We've all been there, piecing together those fuzzy details, realizing, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that.
Thiospinel sulfide. Thiospinel sulfide. That's even more fun than Geo. Hey, did you see the Lego movie?
Number 9. I'm Batman. If there's one thing Sheldon Cooper can't handle, it's keeping secrets, especially from his favorite little buddy. So when Penny confides in him her doubts about her and Leonard's compatibility and swears him to secrecy, Sheldon, of course, cracks under pressure.
I can't keep your secret, Penny. I'm going to fold like an energy-based de novo protein in conformational space. Like a Renaissance triptych. Like a cheap suit.
His solution? Move out. Sheldon bounces between friends' places until Howard, fed up with his ramblings, gives him some funny-tasting milk and takes him home. Cue the hilarity. Still confused by Sheldon's extra weird behavior, Leonard tries to get to the bottom of it, and Sheldon ends up spilling quite a few secrets in addition to the one he promised not to tell Leonard.
Mom smokes in the car. Jesus is okay with it, but we can't tell Dad.
Not that secret. The other secret.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, I'm a Sheldon.
It's okay, though. Leonard promises he won't tell Leonard.
You said Penny told you a secret. What's the secret?
Okay, I'll tell you, but you can't tell Leonard.
I promise.
Number 8. What up, Moonpie? Isn't it the worst when you're halfway through a long trip and realize you've forgotten something crucial? Maybe you can let it go, or maybe you're more like Sheldon.
You forgot your flash drive, 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 you forgot your flash drive.
Only 10 hours, 55 minutes to go.
He drives everyone up the wall when he realizes he forgot his flash drive back home. In desperation, he calls Penny for help, but she can't resist having some fun with him first.
Wrong box, put it back.
Oh, Sheldon, are these letters from your grandmother?
Don't read those letters.
Oh, look, she calls you Moonpie. That is so cute.
Put down the letters!
Does she push his buttons a little too hard? Maybe, but there's no denying that watching him squirm as she toys with him is pure comedy gold.
What up, Moonpie?
No one calls me Moonpie but Meanwhile.
It's a bit cruel, sure, but Penny has an even easier time cracking Sheldon's brain than breaking his novelty puzzle box. Number 7. Penny breaks Sheldon. Before young Sheldon, we got occasional insights into Sheldon's childhood through anecdotes on The Big Bang Theory.
Stop yelling! You're making Sheldon cry! I'll tell you what's making Sheldon cry! That I let you name him Sheldon!
In this episode, Sheldon is dismayed to discover his students find him insufferable, so he turns to Penny for acting lessons to make himself more likable. Turns out, improvisation isn't Sheldon's strong suit.
Luckily, we sell both shoes and yogurt here.
You do?
Yes, look up at the sign and remember improv is always about saying yes.
He's not a fan of American classics either. But no worries, he's got a screenplay based on fan fiction he wrote at 10 years old that he thinks rivals Tennessee Williams.
And you think it's better than Tennessee Williams?
Why don't we leave that for future generations to decide?
Penny pushes him out of his comfort zone, and Sheldon commits so hard to the material that he blurs the line between reality and fiction. Hey, it turns out he can improvise after all.
Mrs. Cooper, hey, it's Penny. Yeah, I think I broke your son. Hold on.
Talk to your mother.
Mommy, I love you. Don't let Spock take me to the future.
Number 6. Sheldon adopts a clouder of cats. Here's another example where Sheldon engages in some, let's call it post-breakup behaviors. When he and Amy reach an impasse in their relationship, they decide to part ways.
I move our relationship terminate immediately.
Seconded.
There being no objections? The motion carries.
Instead, Sheldon fills the void with a cat. Well, actually, a whole clouder of them. They're perhaps some of the cutest guest stars to ever appear on the series. But yes, this is probably one of his more unhinged moments.
Richard Feynman, Edward Teller, Otto Frisch, Zazzles.
Zazzles.
I was going to name him Herman von Helmholtz, but he's so zazzy.
When Leonard is unable to talk Sheldon around, he calls in reinforcements. Sheldon's mother. Just when Mary thinks she's seen it all, she walks in on Sheldon's feline Manhattan project.
I'd like you to meet Oppenheimer, Frisch, Panofsky, Feynman, Weizkopf.
Yeah, I get it. You got a lot of cats and you gave them cute Jewish names.
Leave it to some classic parental reverse psychology to snap him out of it.
I saw what you did there.
He thinks he's such a smarty pants. He's no different from any man. You tell him not to do something, that's all they want to do.
Number 5. Sheldon shows off his dark side of the moon. We all have our ways of dealing with fears, and for Sheldon, it's avoidance. But when he's up for an award that requires public speaking, his worst nightmare, he's forced to face it.
Vision became blurry, and before I knew it... Oh dear.
Sheldon, are you okay?
Don't trample me.
His friends rally around him with support, offering therapy, a sharp new suit, and even meditation. But nothing works. As a last resort, Penny suggests a little liquid courage. And it does the trick. Turns out, a tipsy Sheldon is also a budding stand-up comedian.
Why did the chicken cross the Mobius strip? To get to the same side. Bazinga! Neutron walks into a bar and asks how much for a drink. The bartender says, for you, no charge.
With his nerves calmed, he delivers an unforgettable speech, though Sheldon himself doesn't remember a thing. Luckily, Penny and Leonard are there to help him piece together the events of the night before.
This couldn't be any more humiliating.
Give it a minute.
Now for the astronomers in the audience, get ready to see the dark side of the moon. And here's Uranus.
Number 4. Sheldon gets a loom. Sheldon's not exactly the kind to make a good first impression. However, when he meets his new boss, he makes such a bad one that it costs him his job.
I can't believe he fired me.
Well, you did call him a glorified high school science teacher whose last successful experiment was lighting his own farts.
At a loss without work, Sheldon turns to some quirkier experiments to fill his day, which include everything from perfecting scrambled eggs to creating luminous fish nightlights. Funnily enough, the Loom in Luminous gives him a light bulb moment, and by the time Leonard calls his mom, because no one snaps Sheldon out of a crisis quite like Mary, Sheldon's bought himself a loom.
Honey, why'd you get a loom?
I was working with luminous fish, and I thought, hey, Loom.
Anyway, when even a home-cooked meal doesn't ground Sheldon, Mary turns to Plan B. And it works.
You know how your daddy used to say that you can only fish for so long before you gotta throw a stick of dynamite in the water?
Yeah?
Well, I'm done fishing.
Number 3. The napkin. It doesn't take much to send Sheldon into a meltdown. Sometimes it's as innocent as a Christmas present.
Forget it. I'm not giving you a present.
No, he's too late. I see it. That elf sticker says to Sheldon. The die has been cast. The moving finger has writ. Hannibal has crossed the Alps.
When Penny has the audacity to give him a gift, how dare she, Sheldon obsesses over what to get her in return. When gift exchange time arrives, his reaction to Penny's present, a signed Leonard Nimoy napkin, is so overwhelming he can barely handle it.
Sorry, the napkin's dirty. He wiped his mouth with it.
I possess the DNA of Leonard Nimoy?
Only Sheldon could take something as small and priceless as a napkin and see the potential for human cloning.
All I need is a healthy ovum and I can grow my own Leonard Nimoy.
After his freakout, He briefly disappears, returning with what looks like the entire store's supply of bath sets. And when that still doesn't cut it, he pulls out the most un-Sheldon move ever.
Leonard, look, Sheldon's hugging me.
It's a Saturnalia miracle.
Number 2. Sheldon plays the bongos. Let's say your favorite barber is suddenly unavailable. What do? Do you shrug and turn to a different employee, or do you spiral into an existential crisis? Sheldon does the latter, even taking it to the extreme and tracking down his usual barber in the hospital.
If you can hear me, move away from the light and toward the sound of these scissors.
He's also hilariously disappointed that his lack of haircut doesn't bring about the end of the world. So, how does he cope?
Don't let this be Sheldon playing bongos. Please don't let this be Sheldon playing bongos.
Yep, he keeps everyone awake with his newfound hobby. If you thought Sheldon was annoying before, wait until you hear him with bongos. He may have woken up the entire building, but at least learns a valuable lesson in bongo safety.
I play bongos, walking down the stairs. Oh! Never play bongos, walking down the stairs.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Howard's card trick. Mean? Maybe. Hilarious? You betcha.
2 of hearts. I hate you.
Sheldon doesn't know the answer. We're surprised we can't also see smoke coming out of his ears.
He doesn't have it. He's got squat.
Hey, I need your answer.
Presenting Stephen Hawking with a boo-boo. Don't meet your heroes or present them with papers. Or if you do, triple check you're working first.
Oh gosh golly, I made a boo-boo. And I gave it to Stephen Hawking.
Great. Another fainter.
The elevator freakout. That ping marks one too many changes for Sheldon's liking.
This is a nightmare.
What's with him?
He won a Nobel Prize and his wife looks amazing.
Oh, yeah, got it.
The perfect wedding date. Who can't relate to dreaming up their own council of Sheldons when under stress?
Do we grant laid-back Sheldon a seat on the council? Hey, whatever you guys want. I'm just chilling like Bob Dylan. Negative. Heck no.
Number 1. His search for the Toad of Truth. Over the series, Sheldon has come up with some pretty eccentric ways to tackle the universe's mysteries. In one of the funniest moments, he completely loses touch with reality while wrestling with a physics problem he dubs the search for the Toad of Truth.
I don't need sleep. I need answers. I need to determine where in this swamp of unbalanced formulas squatteth the Toad of Truth.
He gets so immersed in it that everything around him, from marbles to his friends' lunches, turns into visual aids. Except corn, because that would just be ridiculous.
Here, you want my peas?
The peas, perfect. They can be electrons.
My corn?
Don't be ridiculous. What would I do with corn?
After abandoning all basic human needs in his quest for answers, he escapes the apartment and breaks into a kid's ball pit. Honestly, we don't think we'll ever stop laughing at Leonard chasing him around it. Even Jim Parsons clearly finds it hilarious. Bazinga!
Bazinga! Bazinga! Bazinga!
Which Sheldon moment made you say Bazinga? Let us know in the comments.
Don't stop. Yes. Keep going. Just like that. Almost there. Almost there.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Ms. Mojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.